So 180 or we don't have to pay, right? What is going on YouTube? And in today's video I just kind of wanted to assess the do's and don'ts of dyno tuning, because I've been going to J Mills Tuning and James for about a decade now, so it's almost been a year. It's pretty damn close if it hasn't already. It's been a while that I've been getting cars tuned. And if you're a long time subscriber of the channel, then you know that I always get my cars tuned. No matter what, I don't care how the car runs, when I put a motor in it, I always tune it. So that being said, I just kind of wanted to give y'all do's and don'ts when it comes to taking your car to the tuner. Number one, always check for leaks. Now, it sounds simple enough, and a lot of people might be looking like, damn, I mean, nobody checks for leaks, but you'll be surprised how many people take their car to get it dynoed, and it's just like either pouring oil out somewhere or it's actually leaking fuel, which is even more dangerous. So always take that extra time whenever you do your first start. Completely go over the engine with a flashlight and stuff. And if you can, as long as you got coolant and stuff in there, let it run and really get up the temperature. Make sure nothing starts leaking later or something like that. It'll make the tuner's life a lot easier as well as yours. So when you get to the dyno, you don't have to try to fix anything. Or some dyno people don't even allow you to fix anything, so you'd be wasting a day of trailing your car, or you know, if you drove kind of a long distance, then that would be a waste because you had to reschedule and come back. So always check for leaks. Number two, make sure that your car only needs tuning if you can. Now, depending on who you go to, they may or may not allow you to, or they may be more of a, you know, hands-on type of shop, and they might not mind you having small issues here and there. But this is what I recommend. If you know it's something that you can't fix, let the tuner know before you come if it's okay that they fix it while you're there. Because sometimes it might be something wiring related. I know it took me a minute before I actually would run VTEC into the car. So I would always just get James to do mine, but make sure that you check with them beforehand. Otherwise, you may have to just get someone else you know or another shop to fix whatever issue you have before you take the dyno, because believe it or not, dyno tuning is not mechanical, it's all ECU related. So if more than likely, if your car just runs like absolute pure crap and you haven't done like injectors or anything like that, more than likely it's something within the car itself that's making it do that. It's not going to be like a tune issue that way, unless you've done like a completely different engine swap that's way out left field from the car you're driving. But most of the time, I have always been able to drive my car to the dyno. It might, like the TPS might need to be calibrated and stuff, but that's all things that we can do in the ECU itself. But other than that, most of the time I can drive it to the dyno. So keep that in mind. A lot of times if you got like a crazy build, you can't drive it anyway, but if you do like a basic swap, 9 times out of 10 you can drive it to the dyno to you know, kind of save on you having to trailer it or get someone to trailer it or something. But make sure if you got any mechanical issues that you can't fix, you check with your tuner before you take it there. Number 3, know your car and know that there is a chance that your car could blow up on the dyno. This is dead serious. I'm not being funny. Do not get to the dyno and expect your car to just do everything it should and come off of it safely. Sometimes mechanical failures happen and people blow their car up. I mean, do not try to blame your tuner. Now, it's just not they're not liable for what happens to your car when they tune it. All they can do is look at the fuel tables, make sure all of that stuff is right. But if your car has something internal that's weak, there's no way they can really tell that. There's just no way possible. So when you get ready to go, kind of put it in the back of your head that something could happen and you could lose an engine or something, like an axle, anything could break. Like stuff like that happens, believe it or not. I don't know if you ever watch like all the dyno videos that go wrong on YouTube and stuff like that, but a lot of times people get in their head that when they go to get tuned, their car is just gonna work, and that doesn't always happen, and you cannot blame your tuner for this. You have to know that there's a chance that you could blow your car up. It's not factory anymore. You're doing aftermarket stuff, and when doing aftermarket stuff, sometimes you have a fatality here and there. So it's just a part of the game. We all work on cars, we're all building cars. So you can't expect everything to be all sunny days and flowers and roses. Sometimes you're gonna have some thunderstorms in there. So yeah, make sure you know that. Number 4, I always try to get to know my tuner first. I don't care about who tunes the best or whatever. I try to get to know the person. As a person, I can tell who cares about cars and who really does it like just for the money. And the ones that kind of do it for the money, yeah, they might can tune your car good, but then if you have issues, they're likely not going to be the ones to help you out with it. So just keep that in mind as well. Certain companies, someone just did a crazy pool, but certain companies just solely try to get profit. They want, they give you this amount of hours, they're going to tune it. This is your flat rate. After this time, it starts adding up more. And I understand that from a business perspective. I mean, everybody's got to make money, but if at all possible, try to find you someone that genuinely has a love for cars and genuinely will try to see through to make sure your car gets done the best it can. Because sometimes these guys out here just don't, I mean, frankly, just don't give a shit. Like, they really will just maximize your car, and you thinking, man, I made so much more horsepower than such and such would have done down the street or whatever. But you don't realize that if you have a street car, you can't maximize everything. You have to do that safe zone because it will blow the fuck up. So try to keep that in your head. Now, if you got a strictly track race car, sure, send it to the moon, do whatever. But you got to have someone that knows the cushions. They got to know, okay, this is max. Let me turn it down a bit. This is where it's safe at. This is where he can, you know, abuse the fuck out of it and stuff. I mean, I know a lot of y'all have seen me, the last video y'all saw, I beat the crap out of the H2B time and time again, day in, day out. No issues. I mean, it does piss oil all out of it, you know, in some of the seal locations and stuff, but that's my fault. I ain't felt like taking it back out to do servicing on it and stuff yet. And I don't drive it every day, so I just keep a check on it and yeah, beat the crap out of it. Turbo car, that's pretty good too. Trap car, I've drove that to the mountains. I'm more of a street car myself. Some of you may be more of a race person, but I like my car to be able to take daily beatings. I don't want something that I can make one pass and then I gotta sit it, let it cool down, it's running hot, or, you know, like I don't want that type of issue. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're choosing your tuner. Make sure that you try to find someone that's genuinely passionate about the cars themselves, and I try to go to people, well, I would try to go to someone that specializes in Honda, not someone that just tunes all makes and models. I mean, a lot of people nowadays tune some of everything, but the best bet is to find someone that genuinely like specializes in your make. So whether it be a Honda or Ford, Nissan, Toyota, whatever, try to find someone that you know does a lot of those, because they'll know more of the small issues and stuff that you might run into, and they'll know more about what to do, what not to do, as far as like keeping it from blowing up. So I hope this video helps everybody out. I was just thinking about it the other day, and you know, I saw a video clip, which I think I've already put it in the video by now, but I saw a clip of Keisha, which a lot of you may have forgotten about, but that was my first swap car, and it was a all-motor F20B that I actually bought the engine and transmission from JDM New York for $1,700, which is retarded because now you can't even find an engine for $1,500. So times have changed, but yeah, that had an F20B in it, some 550cc injectors, and I want to say it made like 193, something like that. But yeah, saw that video and it just made me think, like, a lot of people may be nervous or have questions about the dyno stuff, and I just want you to know that you can always ask tuners questions before you get there, but try not to waste their time, if that makes any sense. Try to know who you're gonna go to before you go to wearing the crap out of them about different questions, because some people will ask 1,000 questions to one tuner and then end up going somewhere else to get it tuned, and that, I know, really upsets tuners, because it's like their time is precious. So if you're gonna use it, make sure you're using it to get knowledge before you bring your car to them, not before you take it somewhere else or what have you. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Like, share, subscribe. Leave comments down below of some of your experiences at the dyno. Maybe you had some good ones, maybe you had some bad ones. Let us know in the comments down below. I will catch y'all next time. Remember, respect all bills. Peace out.